This video, I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of living in Oak Park, Illinois. What's up, everybody? I'm Joe Scott. This is Living in Chicago. I make videos about the city, the neighborhoods, things to do, places to go. So if that is the kind of content you are looking for, hit that subscribe button. I'm also a real estate agent here in Chicago. So if you are planning to buy, sell, rent, move to Chicago, reach out to me. I've got your back. I'll make sure you're well taken care of. Okay, let's get into the pros and cons of Oak Park. Oak Park is one of the most popular neighborhoods in all of Chicago for a reason. There are plenty of pros and positives about the area. So let's kind of walk through them and I'll talk to you a little bit about each one. The first reason Oak Park is so popular and a big positive is its proximity to Chicago. It's right down the street. And by down the street, I mean it's about a 15 to 20-minute drive, depending on where you're located in Oak Park. Now, that's no traffic. 290 or the Eisenhower is the expressway that separates Oak Park from downtown Chicago, and it is always busy. All right, there's always traffic on there. So the whole no traffic thing is not really realistic, but I just say that to give you an idea of the distance between the two. But proximity, it's the closest suburb going west you're gonna hit, okay? Another good thing about Oak Park is the school system. The public schools are great. Elementary, middle school, high school. It's one of the biggest positives of the area and one of the reasons why so many families move here and why people, when they get to Oak Park, they stay because their kids, they start them in elementary school and they go all the way through high school. So not a lot of turnaround in Oak Park. People go there for that reason. And like I said, the schools are great all the way through. Another reason people love Oak Park is the community. They do a really good job of just putting together a community for the families, for things to do, activities, etc. So everybody sticks together, and the people of Oak Park really do care about it being the best city it possibly can be. So it's a great sense of community. Also parks, a lot of parks throughout the city, activities, things to do, little league, soccer, whatever it may be, a lot of open green space. Another thing that's really cool about Oak Park that you're gonna like is the downtown area. A lot of shops, has a real cool historic feel to it. It's also the most expensive area to live in Oak Park, right downtown, but it's really great. Another big positive for the city. I mentioned it's a suburb and it is a good hybrid. And what I mean by hybrid in Oak Park is it has that city feel, but it also gives you that suburban feel as well. The streets, you feel like you're in suburbia. Tree line, beautiful streets, but also you got a little bit of the city feel as well. Great mix right there. Another big positive for Oak Park is the architecture. One thing you will notice in Oak Park, none of that cookie cutter, every home looking the same stuff. That doesn't exist in Oak Park. A lot of the homes in Oak Park were built between 1880 and the early 1900s. You'll have a few in there that were built in the 60s, 50s, 70s, but a lot of the homes were built, like I say, late 1800s, early 1900s. So very classic architecture, and each home has its own look and feel. So when you go down the blocks of Oak Park, you know you're in Oak Park. It's just an amazing atmosphere. Okay, let's move into some of the negatives about Oak Park. And it does have negatives. As great as the city is, there are some negatives. Now, first one I'm gonna mention is the cost of living, the prices of the homes. Right around $500,000 is the median sales price for single family homes in the Oak Park area. And if you're looking for something that's completely updated, it's gonna be $650 plus. Like I mentioned, a lot of these homes in Oak Park are older. So you're gonna have radiator heat. That's not that big of a deal to most people. A lot of the homes, depending on the price point, does it have central air? A lot of them don't. You kind of, when you move to Oak Park, you gotta figure something out. You either gotta pay a little bit on the high end for a home that has everything done, or you're gonna get a moderately priced home and you're gonna have to put some work into it. But again, it's not for everybody, but it has that classic architecture feel. And like I say, it's not for everybody, but for those who like that, Oak Park is a great fit, but that's a negative because of what you got to deal with the single family homes, what you get for the price, etc. Like I mentioned, the price of the homes, the age of the homes, and I kind of already went into that, but the homes are very old. So, whether you're looking at the foundation, whether you're looking at the fact that you might have to put in central air, you're looking at the fact that you can't really have a basement because it was built in the 1890s and it's only a 6.5 foot, space down there between the ground and the ceiling. A lot of different reasons why These homes can sometimes be an issue, and the maintenance cost of them can sometimes spike depending on what the situation is. So the age of the homes, is another negative of the area, or it can be a negative. Another thing, the taxes. Now, I mentioned that great school system. I mentioned the proximity to Chicago. It takes a lot of taxes to give yourself a great public school system and to have that great community and the parks and everything else they have. So the taxes in Oak Park are high. When I say high, when you're looking at maybe a $500,000 home, it's not unusual for you to be over $20,000 a year in taxes. So the taxes are a negative. The cost of living in the city is high. Another negative you might hear from Oak Park, and a lot of people move from downtown to Oak Park. Once they have 1 or 2 kids, they don't want to pay for the private school, or the condo's a little too small in the city. People like to move to Oak Park, all right? A lot of times people move to Oak Park, it is the suburbs. So there's not as much shopping, not as much entertainment as you're gonna get in the city. But again, that's pretty much par for the course with suburbs, right? So, but again, like lack of entertainment, lack of shopping, that's gonna be an issue with Oak Park. But again, that's an issue with most suburbs. So I guess that's really not that big of a deal to, complain about. What are your thoughts about Oak Park? Do you live there? Have you been there? Are you thinking about moving there? Put your comments below. I would love to hear them. And like I said before, if this is the kind of content you like, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, I'm Joe Scott. This is Living in Chicago. And if you're moving to Chicago or the area, reach out to me. I've got your back. I'll see you guys next video. All right.